Today we're going to be talking about the short sound eh and I. So first, before we start teaching the student that the sounds are very similar, I teach them how to decode the sound. So vowels we mark off as houses, and if there was a blue fly there, a consonant, then the house would close its door. That's known as a closed syllable. Closed syllables equal short sounds. Now, if they can't remember that, just tell them that the house, you had to close the door because there was a blue fly there, so the house is going to cry its baby sound because the house had to close its door and there's an icky blue fly next door. So it'll cry its baby sound, so give it a baby stick. This is the sound stick. That's also known as the short sound eh, and now they know how to decode it. And you can do the same thing with this letter here, have them decode it. So now they know how to decode, now you're going to give characters to the letters. So this letter here, I call it Eddie the Nutcracker. So do you see my nutcracker here? And with Eddie the Nutcracker, he cracks nuts. Do you see that? And his chin drops. And when he talks, he opens his mouth and his chin drops. Well, with the eh sound, if I do the eh sound, watch, eh, my chin drops, eh, see it? And my mouth opens, just like Eddie the Nutcracker. So you can have a real nutcracker in front of them. You can put them in front of a mirror. You can videotape them, have them make the sound eh. Watch, your chin will drop and so will Eddie the Nutcracker's eh, eh. I love using the nutcracker because it's easy to see what he's doing when he says the sound. So you can use the nutcracker to do that. And also I want to show you when you make the eh sound, he opens his mouth, eh, and your chin drops. And if they needed to read this letter here and they knew it made it a short sound, they could look at the opening here. That's Eddie the Nutcracker opening his mouth to say the sound. And this is his chin. His chin will drop. So now they have a visual of it. Now, if they were going to spell this out and they didn't know if it was this sound or this sound because they sound very similar, then you can tell them that if their chin drops, they can touch it, eh, then they know it's Eddie the Nutcracker. Their mouth went open and their chin dropped. So to our next letter, which is this letter here. This is our picture of our itchy Indian elephant. It's an Indian elephant. They paint their elephants in India before the parades or the festivals. And guess what? There's an itchy blue fly there. So the Indian elephant's trying to get away from the blue fly, but he's getting ready to go in the parade. So go ahead and make his trunk. So this is his trunk. Put the number 1 up. Now you got an Indian elephant. And now say the sound, eh, eh. Notice my chin isn't moving, eh. And guess what? You kind of smirk and smile when you say the sound, eh, eh, because he's happy to be going in the parade so he can dance, eh. So that's the hand movement for the Indian elephant, eh. Now, if they needed to read the letter, same thing, just look at this here and make the trunk, eh, eh. Notice your chin isn't moving, eh. So that's how you can tell. And you're kind of smirking, so that's the Indian elephant. So you know to write that letter and to read it. There's his trunk, eh. So now you know the difference. So you can always make it even more multi-sensory. You can do a puppet with your student, just like I did. If you want the clip art, let me know if you send me a comment and I will send it to you. So he will say, eh, eh. See how he moves? So you can make this puppet here, or if you don't want to get too elaborate, just put the letter there, eh. He opens his mouth as he says the sound. You can have him decorate it too if you want. So those are the activities you can do with your student. So we thank you for watching Directional Learning, and we can't wait to teach you more. So make sure you like and subscribe.